Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Glasgow Film Festival, FrightFest, which is back again. And I'm sure you know what you're in for if you're an old hand at FrightFest, and I'm sure if you're a FrightFest virgin, the boys will treat you gently. Talking with the boys, come on down, boys.
Hello everybody. Good to see you. So many people here. We're thrilled to be back again as normal. It's our 5th year here.
And we know people who've come from all over the UK here. I think the world. Somebody's come from Madeira. I believe.
So what are you here for today?
For FrightFest 2010, Glasgow.
I come every year, so I always expect good things because every year I've had a really good time.
I've been for the last maybe 3 or 4 times, the last 3 or 4 years in a row. Yeah.
I like the atmosphere.
My favourite one I think was the Tripper we saw a few years back. That was really good.
But I'm really looking forward to Frozen.
2001 Maniacs, Field of Screams.
And Wreck 2 because I saw Wreck at FrightFest here originally.
I'm really looking forward to Hard King tomorrow night as well.
Mr. Christopher Smith. Why did you want to do it? Just to fill people in on exactly what it's about briefly, I think.
The first thing is I read the script, and as soon as I opened the page and it said 1348, the year of our Lord, all about the plague, I just thought I wanted to do it because I'd never seen a horror movie that had been done that way. And the film's not really a horror movie per se in the sense of, you know, murders and killings, but it's like a horror story, isn't it? And I liked the idea that it was set in a time where the plague was sent either because God was punishing people for their sins or because the devil sent it. I felt a bit nervous when I walked up, I don't know why. Because I didn't have a film to present, I just had a clip. So I felt a bit...
But it was a good clip to choose, I mean, because
okay,
you had...
good.
No, it was good. I think they really responded well to it.
Yeah, it was hard. It's hard to know, because the clip we showed was a kind of battle scene. But out of context, the battle scene will, I think, be compared to the battle scene from Gladiator or... But if you look at the movie before, it's all build-up, so that actually scene is a big scene in the movie. But
more about Black Death. I mean, it opens on May the 28th. I mean, we did want to show it here as the world premiere. It's a shame we couldn't have it. Just fill us in briefly on the story of it.
Yeah, it's a story about, it's set in 1348 during the first outbreak of the bubonic plague. It was a time when the plague was like ravaging half of the population of Europe, and people thought it was either sent by God to punish us or by the devil as a curse.
It's a really hard film to talk about, this one, when you haven't seen it, because there's too much you can give away, really, isn't there?
There is, yeah.
It's a hard film. Yeah. I mean, when I reviewed it, I found it very, very difficult to do without tipping people off exactly what it's about. I mean, were you really worried about that? Because you did change the script quite a lot. It actually lost a lot of the supernatural content along the way.
Yeah, I feel like that's been the case with the last 2 films I've done, Triangle as well, is I try to impose problems on myself and on the film, because by problems I mean kind of ideas that are difficult. And so this film was, the easy thing to do with a movie like this is to make it all witches, warlocks and devils. And I tried to strip that away and say this is one of the most, you know, amazing periods in time. What more interesting is there than what was going on at the time? And if witches and demons do exist in the real world, what are they and what do they do?
So how are you feeling about the fact that you're just about to have the world premiere in Scotland?
I'm giddy, but let's also say it's the sold-out premiere in snow. If this was LA and it rained, it would be empty because nobody does anything if it rains or snows. So here you guys are like, you know, snow, sleet, we don't care, we love our horror movies.
Now you called it Beverly Hellbillies originally. Why did you change the title?
It was originally called Beverly Hellbillies because the original film we were going to shoot in LA and, you know, and all this and all that, and, you know, it just became too expensive. And there was this incredible tax incentive in Iowa where literally 50% of what you spend you get back. So we all bought cars and put the bill on the film. We all have nice cars at half price. Just kidding. But we actually went to Iowa and filmed it, and rather than try and pretend it was, you know, Barstow, California, we just embraced it. That's the beauty of independent filmmaking. Rather than try to pretend it's, you know, just embrace the challenges, embrace it. So we embraced it was Iowa. We say it's Iowa in the film, and since the famous American film Field of Dreams was filmed there. We thought we would, and you know, Field of Screams, if they kill you, they will come. So,
does it follow on from the first one directly? How does that work?
yes, it does. You know, and let's just say I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Herschel Gordon Lewis, the godfather of gore, the granddaddy of splatstick, as I call it. And he, you know, created this film, 2000 Maniacs, in 1964, which I just loved. And when I got my chance to direct my first film, it just happened that I did a remake of that. And the idea when I did that one is it wasn't so much a remake, although the idea is that these maniacs come back every year on the anniversary of their massacre during the Civil War. So the idea is this is just the next year.
So Robert Englund was too expensive this time around.
Let me just say once and for all, it was more about the buck than the Buckman. I've been waiting to say that. It's interesting because you were telling me before that not only is this a world premiere, it's sort of a blind date. Because this is maybe one of, what, 3 films in how many years?
In 10.
3 films in 10 years that they have not seen.
Before we've shown it. 9 lives. And the other 2 were
terrible. So, I have a target on my back. Right now, there are a lot of people in America who really hate you all. And they're like, why do they get to see it before us? Well, I will say, the reason why is because, first of all, you asked me. You invited me. So I came. I'm here. And thank you, Alan. I've heard, and Paul and Ian, I have heard so much about the Fright Fest. So yes, this is a blind date. This is the world premiere of my film. It is wet out of the womb. We were still working on it 2 days ago. I carried it on the plane myself. I just want to say a little caveat. Some of the sync is a little off on the, we could see on the big screen, where we still have to do the final mix. That's sort of, not the bad news, but that's just the news. The good news is, this is the film before it's been sent to the ratings board. You may see stuff no one may ever see again. And I want to tell you all, if you are easily offended, please leave now. This film offends black people, gay people, Jewish people, everybody. But what you may not know is I can offend all those people because I am, it may not look it, but I am actually a Jewish black gay man in disguise. I am here tonight to show you 400 people. You are the 401st people in the universe to see 2001 Maniacs Field of Screams. It has been 5 years in the making. Just out of curiosity, how many of you have seen the first film? Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I love that film. There was a lot of cooks in the kitchen on that one. I understand it was my first time out as a director, so a lot of people were second-guessing and all that. I am happy to say that this time out, for better or for worse, this is 100% my vision, which is quite twisted. Do not pirate this movie. Please don't videotape this while we're watching it, all right? Because if you want to keep seeing horror movies made by independents, don't bootleg and pirate. All right? I know you spend more money on cigarettes than you do on a DVD, so please give up a pack a month and buy indie horror movies, all right? Thank you.